So hello and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to read about the plateaus, plains and volcanoes distributed among various continents of the world. So let's start with the plateaus. So starting with the country Australia. In Australia, we have the Kimberley Plateau over here. So this is the Kimberley Plateau. This is the Great Dividing Range, as we have read in the previous video as well. This is a mountainous range. So at the tip or to the north of the Great Dividing Range, this is the Cape York. Then over here towards the south eastern part of Australia is the Darling Downs. These are the plains. These are not plateaus. These are plains. So Kimberley is a plateau and Darling Downs are plains. So in order to keep a darling, you have to be plain. Anyways, there is also Lake Eyre. Lake Eyre is the lowest point of Australia. This is Lake Eyre. Lake Eyre. This is the lowest point of Australia. In Kimberley Plateau, which we've discussed over here, these are famous for the diamond mines. In India also we have like diamond mines. Do let me know in the comments where do we have it. Just a hint, these are in MP, and there is a famous national park and biosphere reserve also in that area. So the Cape York Peninsula. The Cape York Peninsula is famous for the bauxite reserves. Bauxite reserves basically lead us to aluminium. Aluminium is found in these bauxite reserves. So this Cape York Peninsula mostly because it is surrounded towards three sides by the water bodies. First, over here you could see that these are the water bodies. First is the Gulf of Carpentaria, then the Coral Sea, and towards the top also there is Timor Sea. So, Ayers Rock or Uluru. These are the largest monolith in the world, and these are made of sandstone, red sandstone. So, Ayers Rock are also in Australia. Moving to North America, this is a pictorial representation of the North American physical map. So, these over here, as we have read, this is the Alaskan range, these are the Rockies, then the Caucasus range, the coastal range. So in between the Caucasus and the Rockies, this is the Columbian region. This is Hudson Bay. This water body is Hudson Bay. This is the Laurentian Plateau, the mountain ranges. This is the Great Lake. So unlike we are following the general norm that the places which the prefix Great were from Australia, but over here this is the Great Lake and the Great Lakes basically, and it is from North America. Then we have the Alpatians. These are the old fold mountains, and this is the Mexican Plateau, Mexico. You might have seen Breaking Bad. So the Great Plains. The Great Plains are famous for wheat cultivation on large scale. So these are known for extensive commercial grain farming. In the movie Interstellar, you might have seen the corn farm. This is a representation of this extensive commercial grain farming. So these regions are basically called as the prairies of America and Canada, where wheat cultivation is prominent. So in India also we have Great Gangetic Plain, but over here these are the Great Plains. So we have the Great Lakes, as you've seen over here. This is the Great Lake. Then the Mexican Plateau, located in Sierra Madre. So these are the Sierra Madre ranges. This is Sierra Nevada. This is Sierra Madre. So the Mexican Plateau is towards the towards the east of Sierra Madre. Then we have the Colorado Plateau, which houses Grand Canyon River. The Colorado Plateau houses the Grand Canyon River. Yeah, this is the Grand Canyon, and over here, this is the Colorado Plateau. So the Columbia Plateau, it is between Rocky and Cascades. So I had mistakenly called it as Caucasus. Caucasus are in Europe. This is Cascade, which is in North America. So the Columbian Plateau is inter-mountain plateau. It is between two mountain ranges, which are Rocky and Cascade ranges. It is a flat basalt province. Then comes the Death Valley. Death Valley is the lowest point of North America. It is the hottest place on Earth's surface. Like the average temperature is around 56.7 degrees Celsius, and it has the highest diurnal range of temperature. So moving to South America, this is a physical map of South America. You could see that over here we have the Amazon basin. Then these are the Andes. So as we read earlier, Andes started from Venezuela and ended till Chile and Argentina. So in these, in the South Africa, we have Llanos, we have the Guiana Highlands over here, then the Selvas, the Gran Chaco, Bolivia Plateau, Mato Grosso Plateau, the Campos Caatinga Plateau, Brazilian Highlands, Pampas, Aconcagua. This is the highest peak or the highest point of Andes or South America. Then we have the Valdez Peninsula. This tip is the Valdez Peninsula. So first of all, let's see the Guiana Highlands. Guiana Highlands are these. These are the Guiana Highlands, and these house the Angel Falls. Moving over to Bolivia Plateau over here. This is the Bolivia Plateau. This is also Altiplano, the second most extensive plateau after Tibet. So the first one is Tibet. This is the second most extensive. Then it is in the countries of Bolivia, Peru, Chile, and Argentina. These four countries. It has Lake Titicaca, highest navigable lake. So yeah, over here it is visible. Lake Titicaca. This is the highest navigable lake. Then coming to Mato Grosso Plateau, this has savanna grasslands. Savanna. It selvas, the American rainforest basin. The Amazon rainforest basin. These are the selvas, the Amazon rainforest basins. So the Gran Chaco, these are tropical grasslands. Then the Pampas. Pampas are temperate grasslands. So South America has both the tropical grasslands as well as the temperate grasslands. Pampas are basically the tropical ones, and Gran Chaco over here. So Pampas are the temperate ones, and Gran Chaco are the tropical ones. These are the temperate. These Gran Chaco are tropical. So in the Pampas, these are basically housed in Argentina. These are famous for cattle ranching. You might have seen Shaun the Sheep. So in Shaun the Sheep also, it is somewhat similar to cattle ranching. It also houses alfalfa grass. Then comes the Valdez Peninsula. It is the lowest point of South America. So this is Aconcagua is the highest point, and Valdez Peninsula, this is the lowest point of South America. Pampas are famous for cattle ranching. Moving to Africa. In Africa, we read about the Atlas Mountains over here, and this is the Gulf of Guinea. So in Africa, these are the Ethiopian highlands. This right here passes the Great African Rift Valley. This is Madagascar, and this is the desert region. This is in the Namib Desert. The Atacama Desert is in over here. South America houses the Atacama Desert. Here we have Sahara. This region is Sahel. Sahel is semi-arid, and over here is Namib Desert, Kalahari Desert. So the Ethiopian Highlands. Ethiopian Highlands are also called as the Abyssinian Highlands. These are along the Rift Valley. So these are along the Rift Valley, and these are also called as the roof of Africa. The Pamir knot was called as the roof of the world, and this Ethiopian Highlands is called the roof of Africa. And then we have the Caatinga Plateau. Caatinga Plateau is famous for diamond and copper reserves over there. So here I've not marked it clearly, but let's find it out. The Caatinga Plateau is Nile. It is somewhat over here, but couldn't find it out right now. Yeah, anyways, just have a look at it in your atlases and let me know in the comments. Mostly over here. So moving to Europe. In Europe, we have the Iberian Peninsula, where Spain and Portugal lie. We also have the Hungarian Plains. In Asia, there is Anatolia Plateau in Turkey, Mesopotamia Plains. These are very fertile. Mesopotamia is also known to have trade relations with the Indus Valley civilization. Then there are steppes or Central Asian grasslands. The Tibetan Plateau, this is the largest in the world. This is the largest in the world. The second largest also we have read. The second largest is the Bolivia Plateau. So the lowest plateau, it is filled with fine sand or yellow sea. It is near to, it is located in China, near to the yellow sea, and because of the fine sand over here in the lowest plateau, the yellow sea derives its color. Then the Manchurian plateaus also in China. Moving to the deserts. So why are these deserts found? These deserts are formed because of four major reasons. First is the presence of cold ocean currents. Second is that the presence of the offshore trade winds. Then the offshore trade winds basically go away from the shore. Then the subtropical high pressure belts, which is more pressure, so the air is more dense. Then the dry continental air masses. So these are the main four reasons for the formation of deserts. First is the cold ocean currents, then the offshore trade winds, subtropical high pressure belts, and dry continental AMRs. So this is the representation of the deserts in the world. So first, come moving to the first one, which is Sahara, the Sahara Desert. So the Sahara deserts over here we have cold Canary currents. This right here are the cold Canary currents. And we have Namib Desert. This is Namib Desert. This is because of the Pengula current. These are also cold. Then the Kalahari Desert. This is Sahel region. Sahel region is semi-arid. This is the Arabian Desert, Great Arabian Desert. Then over here, this is the Dashte Kavir. This is in Iran. Then Dashte Lut, uh, Dashte Margu. So three Dasht. Dashte Lut, Dashte Kavir, Dashte Margu, and then the Registan. Then over here are the Thar deserts of India, Karakoram and Kizig Kulm. I'm not sure if I have pronounced it correctly, but this over here. Then the Taklamakan in China and the Gobi Desert over here, extending from China to Mongolia. So here, this is the Arctic region, like the frozen parts of Arctic over here as well. So moving to North America. In North America, the deserts are found because of the Californian cold currents. So over here, this is the Great Basin, this one. Then this is the region of Mojave in the Colorado Plateau. This is the Sonoran over here in the coast. So this in between Sonoran, this is the Gulf of California. And then over here is Chihuahua, this thing. And moving to South America. In South America, the most famous desert is the Atacama Desert. This is formed because of the Humboldt or Peru currents. Humboldt Peru currents. So another desert in the southeastern part is the Patagonian Desert. Moving to Australia. In Australia, we have deserts on the northwest. Like we have the northwestern current, like which is the West Australian current. It is a cold current, because of which there is formation of the Great Victoria Desert, Gibson, Great Sandy, Tanami, Simpson, and uh, Zaleki, Stress Zaleki. And then this is Antarctica is not a desert basically. Antarctica and Arctic are the like the regions of cryosphere. These are not deserts. So the largest hot desert in the world is Sahara. It reaches temperature of about 50 degrees Celsius during the day. So also we have read about one more region whose temperature, the average temperature, rose to 57.6 degrees Celsius. Let me know in the comments. Then we have the Gobi Desert in Asia and the polar deserts of Arctic and Antarctic, which are the world's largest and always cold. So over here in India also we have the cold deserts in Ladakh. Then the Chile's Atacama Desert is the driest in the world, having parts that receive less than 2 millimeters of precipitation per year. Then the Namib Desert of South Africa is believed to be as old as 55 million years, the oldest desert in the world. Then comes the Thar Desert. Thar Desert is believed to be the most civilized desert in the world due to having roads, infrastructure, and human settlements dating back to thousands of years. So this is the legacy Thar Desert has been carrying with itself. Moving to the region of Africa. So like we'll have a look at these deserts continent wise. So in Africa we have the Sahara, Kalahari, Namib Desert. So the Sahara Desert has this formation of Sahara Desert is because of the cold coronary currents in the western frontier, in the western coast. So there is a feature called Erg, which is sandy. Then Hamada is the rocky or stony feature. Then comes the Namib Desert. Namib Desert is because of the Peninsula cold currents, and it has the highest sand dunes. You might have seen the movie Dune, starring Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya. So you could have a pictorial representation of what sand dunes look like. So Namib Desert, because of the Benguela currents, highest sand dunes. It's also famous for diamond mining and lions in the deserts. In the Kalahari Desert, it has the Okavango swamps. It has moisture even during the dry season. So even though it is a desert, but there is moisture even during the dry season. And it is known for the bushmen over there. Moving to North America. North America has the Mojave Desert. It is called, in the Mojave Desert, Death Valley is a part of it. It also has Arizona. Arizona, you might have seen Arizona State University in Never Have I Ever. Patson was the one who went to ASU. So remember Arizona Desert from that. Then Sonoran, which is in Mexico. Moving to South America. South America has the Atacama Desert, world's driest desert, and which is the Arica region. Then it houses 25 million birds, and there is a Nazca line over there. Moving to Patagonia. Patagonia is cold desert. It is on the leeward side of the Andes. So like if this is a mountain, this over here faces like receives rainfall. So this side over here, this one is called the leeward side or the rain shadow region. Moving to Asia, first is the Arabian Desert, which is also called as Rab al Khali. And Arabian Desert, there is a place called Rab al Khali where there is solar powered stations. We've read about three dusts, which are Daste Kabil, Daste Lut, and one more, like Daste Kabil, Daste Lut, and Daste Margo. Yeah. So Daste Kabil and Daste Lut are basically in Iran, and these both are salt deserts. Then Karakum is in Turkmenistan, Taklamakan is in China, and it is a cold desert. Then Gobi Desert is also in China. Thar is the Great Indian Desert, and Hundar sand dunes are these are located in Ladakh region of India. Moving to Australia, Australia houses the Great Victoria Desert, which is known for the gold mines. It also houses Gibson, Great Sandy, Kanami, and Simpson. Simpson are the cartoons. Like you might have seen, there is an analogy that most of the recent world events, people say that Simpsons have already telecasted them in like 90s or something. So with this, we have come to an end to our discussion on the physical features like plateaus, plains, and deserts, and some other features uh, in the continents. I'll see you guys in the next one where we discuss more about the different mapping portions left and just 35 days left for the day. And all the best. Thank you.